I thought we was trying to get out of this bullshit.
Is this another Grand Theft Auto 5? Or is it just a port?
My job, my score, get your own. We should talk about work. We out here gangbanging like it's 91.
What's that gonna put Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PlayStation 5?
Back to me.
Champagne, anyone?
Just sort of smash things.
So now what?
Expansion enhance. They gonna keep making money off that. But nothing exactly interesting. Push they will. Still gotta buy PS Plus though. Oh wow. That's a good deal to keep people playing. They're generous enough to make enough money off that. Also, I know I'm a bit late, so don't nobody start gabbing at me about that. I know. I know.
It was great to kick today off with a look back at just some of the seminal moments of the last 25 years. And what better way to bridge our past and our future than with a game that's graced every PlayStation console, Grand Theft Auto. It's been a privilege partnering with Rockstar Games for many years now, and we're thrilled to open today with the news that that partnership will continue with PlayStation 5. It's now just over a year since we began sharing technical details of PlayStation 5, but today's the day that we've been looking forward to for years, when we get to show you just some of the games that demonstrate our belief that PlayStation 5 marks the biggest generational transition our industry has yet seen. The content we've curated for today's event showcases how PS5 has inspired developers to create new experiences that are transformative in how they look, sound, and feel. Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
Good choice.
A hero's just someone who doesn't give up. Your dad said that. He was right. Now it's your turn.
Is that Miles?
Go be a hero, Miles.
Hold on.
Okay, let's do this.
Hmm? Hmm? Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yes. This is a good passing of the torch right here. Be yourself, Holiday 2020. I'm hyped. Azunori Yamauchi. Dang, I thought it'd be a little bit more. That was short-lived, but disappointed myself.
プレイしたら本当に嬉しいんじゃないかなっていう、 キャンペーンモードを中心にしたグランツーリスモになっていると思います。ぜひ
I can't believe I forgot the important thing. You're supposed to be looking at my dumb face. I got display capture on. Just give me a sec here, folks. Yep, Gran Turismo. It's a thing that exists that I totally care about. There we go. Much better. Y'all can see my ugly mug now. Where's me hat? Can't be sitting around all hatless now, can't I? This looks pretty good. No, I haven't seen the new Resident Evil 8 trailer, but like I said, I'm a little bit late on the trailers, and with what people are saying, I'm half considering just skipping through the ones I don't care about to get to the ones I actually want to see. But you know, that's a little bit, you know, I don't want. It's kind of a dick move. Also, let me move this a little to the. Move my camera over a little bit. It's a little lopsided too. Let me fix that. And it's the best I can do. Yep. This is a racing game, all right. Gran Turismo. Woo. It looks like a PC from 2012. Leave Sony alone. Like I don't care much about when it comes to the when it comes to what it looks like. It's just wait a sec. Oh, a new Ratchet and Clank game. Oh.
It appears that the dimensions are collapsing on one another. If we cannot get to right, the ship. I mean, we can't be that far. They have found us, Ratchet.
Now, what is this game all about?
Ask nicely. Slow down, please. That's not listening.
I mean, it looks good, so I'm guessing this is going to be a.
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
Okay, yeah, dimension hopping game. That's going to be the mechanic.
How bad is it? Well, it is certainly not good.
This looks great, but man, I know it's Sony, but and I'm loving the look of the Ratchet and Clank world, but this is feeling a little Uncharted-y in that direction. Okay, here we go. Of course, you're gonna get Ratchet and Clank separated.
We are too late. Ratchet?
Who?
Another Lombax. Ratchet and Clank ripped apart. Ripped apart.
Insomniac Games.
Hello.
The entire studio is so excited to be able to share with you a first ever look at Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, a brand new, full-length, interdimensional adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
Things we've never been able to do before, like use dimensional rifts to be able to leap from planet to planet nearly instantly, or put ray trace reflections on Clank. All of our alien worlds are filled with density and life previously unseen. Plus, Ratchet's all-new arsenal is more exciting than ever thanks to the DualSense controller's enhanced feedback.
I just realized, is this screen not, is the screen not,
and we can't wait to share
hold
more
on.
with you in the future.
Ugh.
But for now, here's another
The screen ain't fitted, is it? Let me fix that. I'm sorry about that.
Did you see that?
They got James Arnold Taylor back to do, they got James Arnold Taylor to, be Ratchet again.
It's Ratchet and Clank.
Sand sharks from above.
Nice sand shark! Nice sand shark! My heroes!
Was that a kraken? Or at least a very large octopus.
It's great, but it's
I will never get used to that.
okay.
Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these years just to try and take over the universe again?
Yeah. I kind of wish he was doing a worse job.
He must have more planned than
That's what I'm afraid of.
It feels it doesn't it definitely plays like a Ratchet and Clank game, but like, you know, they gave it the whole almost cinematic beat to it, so you can use the dimensional rifts to teleport, I guess. That's pretty cool. That's actually an interesting mechanic. Yeah, it does have a Bioshock feel to it, doesn't it? The whole multi-dimensional thing. I'm glad to be seeing another Ratchet and Clank game. This is definitely one reason for me to get a PS5 and Miles Morales. He said that's awesome, but he actually said that's all of them. He turned off those closed captions. Is that 1080p? No, I get that it's a PlayStation thing, but now Ratchet and Clank is like Ratchet and Clank has always been like a Square Enix. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank's always felt like it feels like Ratchet and Clank, but it's gotten the Sony touch. Been touched by Sony with that. I mean, it's always been a Sony game, but now it feels like it's been touched by Sony. Now, what game is this? Project Athea. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty dope. Hey, what's this now? Rip humans. All right, they put that there. Had to be kind of on the be no escape. Hmm. I mean, it's all good imagery, but they also had to make it kind of obvious, didn't they? There's a world full of robots, and I guess only the animals survive. A robot equivalent to a barber, or so I'm guessing you're the cat. Yeah, robot world where humans are dead. Reminds me of that bit from Love, Sex, and Robots. If you ever watch that Netflix show, one of the episodes, Stray. So I'm guessing you're just a cat walking around, seeing the stories of all of the robots in the world, or discovering what happened to all the humans or something. That's cool. Circle X square. Triangle, circle, X square. Man, they got a lot of nice transitions here, so they're gonna be using all of that in the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. Oh, ultra high speed SSD. Ray tracing. Haptic feedback. Adaptive triggers. USB port. Motion sensor. Built-in microphone and integrated speaker. Headset jack. 3D audio. We get it. You have a PC. I have a PC.
Making games is really about
I see you there, David.
trade-offs between the artistic vision and technical limitations. With PS5, we're not going to be burdened like that. We're going to be able to realize our artistic vision a lot better. It's got a ton of horsepower, which is very easy to unlock, and it's a machine that's really easy to develop on. The PS5 will present a paradigm shift as to what players will come to expect from gaming.
I know the PC already has all of that. Anybody can go and upgrade their PCs as they see fit. This is a console. They had to figure a way out to spit that out as fast as they could yearly. And you know they got to develop a new console every few years. So you know adding the new stuff is nice and all of that. It just takes us a couple thousand to build on that. I mean, I shit on stuff too, but I shit on the things about the consoles. I know is like extremely deplorable, like you know, shitty business practice and obviously bad games. So far, the games on it are like so far. There's a bunch of games that I want to play. GTA 5, I knew they were gonna put GTA 5 on it. Like Rockstar is gonna keep milking that cash cow until it's nothing but bones, and then people are still gonna rebuy it. Forza looks alright, but it's never been my cup of tea, so I don't care enough. Ratchet and Clank and Miles Morales look good. This actually looks pretty cool.
Lose hope. My only choice is to keep fighting. To keep looking for answers.
Returnal. Okay, the game's premise actually looks alright, but that name is dumb. That name is, I mean, it's not a great name, but maybe it'll grow on me in time, because that does look like an interesting premise. Lady on an alien planet, but I'm just like, all it does is make me wonder when's the next Metroid. Oh, what's going on here? What is this? Mascot stuff? Fursuit simulator. Or is this Dreams? Oh! Well, I was close. Another Little Big Planet. No, Sackboy Adventure. Is this a fully 3D Sackboy game? It looks like it. Oh man, they're going to they're fully 3D in it. They're going to Mario Odyssey route, I guess. I'm impressed that the folks that made Dreams can work on that and also be having this in the process too. Okay, it's got a 2-player mode. Okay, it's got a 4-player mode. Sackboy is like very easy to recognize, and then these other characters also look cool. So I'm guessing they're customizable. That would make sense. I know what's this all. What is this? Wait, a destruction derby game? Okay, that's something different. Of course, they're going to try to make all the characters as memorable in Fortnite as possible. Hey, look, the stylized, cartoonish characters that are all wacky and colorful and totally not based off Fortnite stuff. But I'll tell you one thing, it does look interesting. So I'm guessing, so it looks like the characters can maneuver around when their cars get destroyed. And it's like the most car destruction is the most points. I mean, it definitely looks interesting. Destruction All-Stars. We'll have to see about that one. Looks like I got a follow, but I can't see what it is right now. Keeping an eye on everything.
Hello everyone, my name is Josh.
HDCMR. Thank you kindly. Game devs try too hard to be creative in character design. Sometimes simplicity is key. You don't need to be oversized characters to make them memorable. They go with the oversized character concept now because Fortnite has popularized it. So they're trying to make everything look like Fortnite because that was the biggest thing in the world. And with this generation, that's kind of what they're going to be attracted to. Maybe for the next few years, at least until they finally get tired of it and move on to something else. Just like how a lot of Western games like Call of Duty got so popularized with the style, and people only want to play the gritty military shooters now. Hell, it was a thing even back then when Counter-Strike came out, and it still is. So it's one of those things that they believe will last long. This looks somewhat interesting. It's not exactly an uninteresting concept I'm seeing, but it feels like something I've seen before. But it looks really cool, so I'm really hoping it's cool and it does well. Little mascot characters. The music and the style gives me a somewhat how can I put it? It feels like it feels like a mystical world. It feels like a word about something I'd watch on Netflix. I'm trying to remember what it reminds me of. Kinda Bridge of Spirits. Okay. It's got a Ori and the Blind Forest field combined with something like, I don't know, Avatar. Oh, you know what? It feels Dragon Prince-esque. Yeah, it looks like a Pixar. A lot of things look like a Pixar movie now, doesn't it? It's crazy. Oh, what's this? Something animated.
You ever feel like you're just waiting for a sign? To do that thing you've always meant to do?
Sometimes these are dinosaur. Looks like prehistoric creatures. Yeah, they all look like dinosaurs and whatnot. Oh god, the furries are gonna have a field day with this.
Maybe it's the fear that I'll never be as good as what I imagined.
And it's about people in high school. Ooh-wee.
But if we've got nothing else to lose.
Good Volcano High. Yep, this feels like it feels like a teen drama. It feels like a teen drama except with dinosaurs. I wouldn't even call this an anime furry game. It's an animated furry game. Co-op presents Goodbye Volcano High. It's the end of an era. 2021. Okay. It's a teen drama, yeah.
Share with you a game that I've been dying to make.
Oddworld Inhabitants.
Story where rescuing is rewarding, failure is devastatingly hilarious, and the memories should last you a lifetime. Take a look.
You are no longer a slave, Abe. They believed, trusted, followed, and it led them here. You may have escaped the murderous blades, but the fate of your entire people is up to you.
This looks like another movie. Wait, isn't this based off that one really old game? Yeah, it is. Man, wasn't this something that came out like all the way back then on like the PS1, PS2? Like that old Alienscape game. And it Oddworld. Oddworld Soulstorm. Man, that game is old. And they brought it back? Shinji Mikami.
今までに見たことのない東京の魅力を見て、聞いて、感じることができます。これからお見せするのはゴーストワイヤー東京の世界初のゲームプレイ動画です。スーパーナチュラルでミステリアスな東京、そこに潜む驚異と美しさを感じ取っていただけると思います。ぜひお楽しみください。
I've never seen like a beard like that on a Japanese man, to be honest. Like the full gray beard going around the line. It's both cool and unsettling at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. Yep, that definitely looks like Tokyo. I've never been there, but it looks like it. Looks abandoned though. So it's a supernatural. When others won't. That fucking Slender Man?
It's up to you to save Tokyo.
This is so it's definitely some supernatural stuff going on here. So you're an exorcist. Face. The unknown. This looks cool, not gonna lie. Ghostwire Tokyo. Okay, you know what? Yeah. Okay, okay. I hope the Xbox One is even is Xbox even gonna give a library? They're gonna show like 3 trailers and then be done with it. This feels like this feels like Journey a little bit. Super Brothers. You could at least give it to Sony that they're always coming out with some like there's unoriginal stuff, but they also got a couple of ideas brewing. Haunted by Oblivion, propelled by dreams. Yep, that's humanity in a nutshell. Carve out a future. Frostpunk. Okay, now it's not. Doesn't feel like Journey. It's Year Zero. Is this humanity leaving the planet due to doom? Year 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, feels like one of those humanity left Earth a long time ago, and now they're discovering a new habitable planet sort of deal. Yeah, me and the Far Shore. I mean, it looks cool, but it doesn't seem. It don't look like it'll do much for me in terms of gameplay. If you're just flying a ship over a horizon all the time, I might get bored. But it does look cool. Here we go, something from Gearbox. Oh god, are they trying to make their own? Okay. Master breathtaking weapons. Yes, the sword and shield. The spear. Hammer, Morning Star, dual swords. I wouldn't exactly call these weapons breathtaking. They're just, you know, your usual weapons with a little bit of flair to them. Unlock godlike armor. Okay, that's a little bit more interesting. Become unstoppable. It feels like a more fantasy, more fantasy-based For Honor. I notice almost every gameplay trailer that has competitive fighting in it is going to be a, you know, a fast-paced, upbeat, rapish song. I wouldn't even say that's a fantasy fighting. Well, it's kind of a fighting game, but it's more like For Honor. And yeah, fantasy fighting games are going to be far and few in between. Wait! From the creators of Hyper Light Drifter. Okay, this game looks cool. Hyper Light Drifter. What is this? A Black Hole Surfer? That's the thing about games like this. In terms of looks and graphics and stuff, these type of games are timeless when it comes to their aesthetic and look. Because it's not so much about the graphics, it's about the gameplay. And look at this gameplay. See, that's what you love. Holy crap! Solar Ash. Okay. I went a little bit too far by giving it the benefit. Like, I know it's a trailer, but thought you see it. They might show gameplay at the end of this for a lot of these games at the end of this. Anyone that's at the expo, sorry about the yawn. My sleep schedule is all over the place. Space Running Simulator. It might be a bit more than that. Is that another Hitman game?
It was always gonna end like this.
Or is it something else?
All your hard work, all your sacrifice, only sped up the process. And now, you find yourself alone. Only death awaits.
Hitman 3. There it is. So I was right, it was a Hitman game. I ain't going nowhere. I'll be here. Okay, Hitman 3.
From IO Interactive. In Hitman 3, Agent 47 is back for his most intimate and professional contract in his entire career. This is also the dramatic conclusion for the World of Assassination trilogy. I'm so proud to be here to present a little glimpse of the gameplay where Agent 47 is on top of the world in Dubai. Enjoy.
So they're showing us a bit more, huh? I don't have a controller. Oh, someone pressed it for me. Oh, look at that. These little guys got brought back. Are they making their own kind of almost interactive little me world or something? Like what was it, Me Plaza thing going on here? Except it's actual full adventure. I mean, it looks cool. Astro's Playroom. Yep. So they just have a little mini game here. All right, what else you got? Show me. The heck is this? This is a very oh wow, this game is very it reminds me of style wise kind of what was it, Inside and Limbo, except you know, way more. But I like this little style. It's like it's stylized and cool, but also the colors show you how gritty and still dangerous it is. But like, it's an interesting world. Like it's so cartoony and cool looking, but like I'm seeing this old man, and then I just like the old man living his life up, and then there's this guy struggling out in the wilderness. What is this? Are they the same person? Little Devil Inside. That looks cool. I kind of want to play that one. That is something that, you know, got some real appeal to it. And at the end, you weren't playing this that guy. You saw someone else.
New Orleans Pelicans. Here we go. The first ever teaser for NBA 2K21. Y'all are not ready for this.
I'm not ready for it because I honestly don't care about 2K. I mean, yes, it's a basketball game. It's the only basketball game besides NBA Live. Yo, did y'all see him dunk the ball? Man, he dunked the ball. Y'all see how realistic his sweat was? Yeah. It just it just doesn't interest me. I miss the NBA Street games. Those were the games that I loved playing. Those were the crazy ones. Cause like, yeah, he dunked. Good for him. You can play as him in that game and dunk. I want to see a little bit of outrageousness, you know. What the heck is this?
Amazing, aren't they? Half bug, half snack. A very recently discovered species, entirely unique to this island. Oh, this one's lively. Beautiful seed patterns.
Feels like a. You ever watch Cyanide and Happiness and see that like Ted Bear episode where he was just eating all those living food creatures? From the creators of Octodad. All this game would do is make me hungry. This game just makes me want to eat.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of Bugsnax.
Liz! Hey, I was trying to carry a lamp with my weenie hands, but I dropped it, and now the town's on fire.
Oh, again?
Huh. They look like little puppet people. Is that ice cream cone snake? Okay. That was a weird one. But sometimes weird is good. That game ain't gonna sell, sadly. Because, you know, everybody is for the action and the realism and the stylized stuff. They won't care about the cutesy stuff. That's gonna be the game parents get their little kids to shut them up. Every console needs one of those. Hey, welcome back.
Hi everyone, thank you for being with us today for this very special event. But before we get to the end of the show, I have something very near and dear to me.
What's near and dear to you? What you got going on here? Mountains, okay. Cold mountains. Tropical mountains. Water. Fog. I see some dudes down there on the bottom left. More mountains. Okay, someone's being carried by something huge. Like something really huge. Oof, looks like hell beasts. Got ourselves another Soulsborne-esque game going on here. Starting to look like it. Well, that's a huge thing with lots of eyes. Probably gonna have to shoot it or something. Whoa, what? 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 A new Demon Souls. Oh, people are gonna... Oh no, the old fans are gonna lose their shit.
Next-gen first-person shooter about rival assassins locked in a time loop.
This is our unique vision. What Arcane is all about.
The Dark Souls fans are gonna lose their shit over that one.
A surreal player-driven story smashed together.
Want to see some stylish action? Check this out.
Let's see. Dude just poured bullets into his gun.
She is not making this easy.
Like, even if that was a quiet shot, that dude, the other guy probably should have heard it. Okay, this actually looks more like gameplay. Yeah. And of course you get like a rewind thing going on.
Good morning, Black Reef. Another day, another death.
I knew Infamous game would be cool because Second Son was done really well and people really liked that one. And they said the DLC was really good too, which is rare.
A never-ending party where hunting me is the main attraction. And no matter how I try to escape, they always cut me down. But I'm one stubborn motherfucker.
I like the music.
Every loop I'm learning a little more, piecing together the puzzle. There's 8 targets, and they all gotta die before midnight.
This game feels like We Happy Few, but done right.
You thought it was going to be easy?
Juliana Blake, Black Reef's protector, and a real pain in my ass. She may kill me 1,000,000 times, but eventually, inevitably, I will break this fucking loop.
Deathloop. Okay. I like the feel of the game. Like, not gonna lie, I like it.
I don't like watching you die. I like killing you. There's a difference.
Now look at that. Lady's a villain. People are gonna hate that. You say, oh, she's a villain. Maybe she's a good person. Nah, I'm kidding. But that game has a cool aesthetic to it. I don't know how they would drag that one out, but I hope it at least is close to what they showed you of how it plays, because the game can be like that, but it could be optimized poorly. doesn't run well, stuff like that. Okay, walking in the dark simulator. Why can't I hear this one? It's turned all the way up. Yeah, it is. This is the RE8 trailer. Yep. They came through the floorboards, and immediately I was about to think, well, Ethan's about to get. Well, is that Ethan? It feels like it's Ethan. Well, Ethan's gonna get grabbed. It looks like there's gonna be more than one main character. It looks like it's you. I think the old man's playable. So it looks like there's like maybe 3 characters you play as. They're a freaking werewolf.
Chris? Sorry, Ethan. Why?
Chris Redfield. Did he just shoot Mia in the face? Every time I see one of these little symbols thing, it just reminds me of something I want for it's like a decoration I want to get, because I got Nintendo stuff back here and a couple of PC items, but now I just want, like, I want to get something for every console, regardless of how much I shit on them. Because, you know, I support gaming in general, not just some dude alone in the middle of the day on New Year's or something. A little girl and a virtual kitty. Is that a robot? Is it like a little robot with a cat's mind? What the heck? So Pragmata. They are on the moon. What is that little girl? Okay. That looks like it's gonna be pretty cool.
The old ones perished 1,000 years ago.
Ah, yes, the old ones.
Turned to graves.
Yep.
In their place came new life.
I mean, that's pretty much how the world works. Whether certain people are here or not, the world goes on.
And new dangers.
Oh, another Horizon Zero Dawn game.
I must find a way to stop it. Or it will get worse and worse. Until it destroys us all.
I see. There seems to be some type of apocalypse coming here, threatening both the nature and the technological versions of this world. The natural and technological version of this world. Yeah, a lot of these trailers be trying to throw you for a loop. Like, if it's a well-known franchise, before they'll either show you up front who it is, and then show you the mechanics and the gimmicks of the game, or they just start out with something you don't expect and then rise you up gently, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's another one of these games," which is usually a good thing.
There won't be anyone left to stop what's coming.
Maybe not. There won't be anyone else to stop what's coming. Horizon Forbidden West. So it's her journeying around the world.
But whatever comes, I will be ready.
Her versus the evil tribes people. Okay. That looks like it'll be an interesting game.
On behalf of the entire team at Guerrilla, we're happy to share the first look at Horizon Forbidden West.
We're continuing Elga's story as she moves west to a far future America.
To brave a beautiful but dangerous frontier masked with mysterious new threats.
Get ready to explore distant lands ravaged by massive storms.
And take on new, powerful machines as you return
to the majestic world of Horizon.
Stay tuned for much more. We can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
Okay. That was pretty cool. Humans.
To look forward to for the community. I think fans are going to be really pleased.
As a game designer and storyteller, this is incredibly exciting. We're talking a whole new generation of ideas and experiences.
Those people look tired.
No matter where they are, no matter who they are.
They've been working hard.
We've never had before.
More iconic, interesting characters, more atmospheric, immersive worlds for players to explore.
We want to wow players.
Expect the unexpected.
And I, for one, can't wait. We can't wait.
We can't wait to share them with you.
It's so exciting.
Incredibly exciting.
It's really about love
for the players and for the players.
As a developer, that's an amazing team.
some people. Okay, I'm about to say some people are talking, and other people are just sitting there all waiting for the next thing to happen. These are cool. They're using these things as a way of showing off what their systems can pull off. I mean, it's cool. This was a real thing in one of the rooms at the Sony headquarters. I mean, I'd be down for looking at that. I wonder what that would feel like, though. You know? You gotta break that bad habit. It's a joke that kind of gets old. Looks pretty sleek. Will it really have to stand up like that, though? Feels like that thing would take up more space. It's got a nice design. But that little platform feels like it's gonna have to sit like that, standing up. Yeah. At the very least, I hope there's an option for it to be able to sit sideways. Now there are two of them. The digital edition. The PlayStation 5. People too lazy to get up and get the game edition because they don't like social interaction edition. I'm not gonna give them too much crap, but it's HD camera, Pulse 3D wireless headset, a media remote. I'd honestly just get a full PS4.
We hope you've enjoyed the first glimpse of our future today. You've seen our most striking console design yet, and you've seen games that can...
I don't know why there has to be a digital edition. If someone wants their games to be purely digital, they don't need to buy the disc. They can just download them to the system and be fine with that. But for me, I would always love the option of actually being able to physically hold a lot of my games. Like, the only time I get a game digitally is because I know that I can't get it anywhere else at the time, and then it's on my system whenever. I don't understand the whole Sackboy wearing the tiger thing, but that was a bit confusing. Cats. SWAT 4 on CD. That sounds that is it one of the rarest hard copy games on the planet? Wonder how much that would go for. I mean, it kind of does. Okay. So if they're gonna show us any gameplay, I'm gonna skip ahead a bit and try to look for it in this. Because if they don't show us nothing, oh boy. Skip ahead a little bit here.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Michael, what do you think of this reveal?
Oh man, Spider-Man obviously 2018 was a great game. It was probably the Spider-Man game that everyone always wanted. But Miles Morales at the front and center is what some of us, or many of us, would want
Yep.
as well. This is it's man. Tam, you were
Who
talking
doesn't want to
about
see Miles Morales up front and center? I'm a big Miles Morales fan.
Spider-Man, or if this is a separate game, we're not exactly sure at this point. There might be stories out there right now, but we haven't been able to kind of keep up with that. But putting Miles Morales front and center is
So the whole time I play that Spider-Man game, I'm gonna be wearing this hat if I get my hands on it.
His experience as Spider-Man, and yeah, this is I'm excited for this. Like I respect Spider-Man, like the whole universe, and especially 2018 being such a good open world game and a good representation.
This looks like it's just gonna be other people talking about it.
I think they can do.
But anyone that dropped by this stream didn't come to watch those other people talk. You barely came here to watch me talk. But I mean, that was cool. That was like I think all around it was a solid presentation. Good library of games. And it looks like only like out of the like maybe like 12, like what was it, 12, 15 games they showed, maybe more. And wait, what? Batman fans, I am the night, I am vengeance, I live in the shadows and my world is dark. Spider-Man fans, haha, spoiled goes new. I mean, he's got a little bit more than that. He's, unlike Bruce Wayne, Spider-Man is like he's a broke everyman trying to make ends meet while also saving the world. His life sucks. But that was a good all around stream. Serviceable. I had fun watching it. Everybody and at the very least the system is going to start out with a solid maybe 8 or 9 games. Like the PS4 started out with 9 exclusives, and the Xbox One had the PS4 had 9 exclusives when it came out, and the Xbox One had 1. Ain't no the other games, 2K and all of that crap. Not to mention the fact I just realized that PlayStation got the initiative when they announced 2K21 on their system. Now Xbox will have to pick that up and show a little bit more to get people excited for the next 2K game, which was, they didn't show anything but like, hey, look at the sweat on this dude's bra. Now look at him dunk, and that was about it. Yeah, Xbox is really going to have to bring it, because if anyone's ever noticed when it came to the console generations, Like it's always been the more innovative and open and the company was with its business practices, the better they did. Because you think about it, between like the 64 PlayStation 1 era, people were, on the fence for both. The GameCube, PlayStation 2 era, there were a lot of good PlayStation. Like the PlayStation had a huge library. The GameCube had a good exclusive games to it, save for a few, like a small handful, like Resident Evil 4. Then the 360, PS3, and the Wii came out. The Wii still kills it to this day because like it was simple. Old people still like it because they were like, "Oh, I can just get on and play that one Wii motion game." And the PlayStation 3 had an okay library, but it was, and I think that was around the time the online was free for both of those, and the games were, and the PlayStation 3 had a lacking library compared to Wii, which was trying third-party games, and the Xbox, which was huge, especially with its online. And then the new era came about with the Xbox One and the PS4. Xbox One had Killer Instinct come out. PS4 had like 9 different games come out as exclusives, and it was doing better in terms of game variety, and it kept that going on. So now I think Xbox is going to. Oh yeah, and the Switch came out with bangers in terms of game, but the online sucks. I got myself a power line adapter to make my connection way more steady, and even with that adapter and an Ethernet adapter plugged into my Switch, online is still iffy at best. And Nintendo's stubborn; they're very stubborn, and Sony has the exclusive. Xbox has the graphics. Always has the graphics and the power, but they usually severely lack when it comes to like game variety. And PlayStation has the game variety because like, it took them a long time to get it, but it's like he's like if they don't have anything on the same level as like Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank, I don't think there are any exclusives I'm gonna care about for the Xbox. They're gonna have to bring some A game besides just Halo and Forza. And in terms of racing games, I care a little bit more about Need for Speed Heat. I downloaded, like, I got that on Steam yesterday. I'm gonna play that because it was on sale. EA games were on sale, and Need for Speed Heat is like the first EA game I think I bought in almost a decade. But hopefully Xbox comes in hitting just as well as the PlayStation 5 has. And I don't think Nintendo Switch is going to budge for a bit. They might give it an upgrade because their release was technically Nintendo Switch Lite, and that's the people who don't want to play with anybody console. And the Switch is more, pure mobile. And it's like anybody that gets the regular Switch, I was like anyone that gets the Switch Lite over the regular Switch either had no other options or they just like the color of the thing, which is a valid thing. Most Wanted was good. I loved Hot Pursuit too, and then they remade it. And Heat, from what I've seen, I'm gonna give that one a shot. Like this is the first EA game I bought in about a decade because I don't care for EA. So I'm strongly hoping that Xbox does well too. And for me, as a person who's played games since he was like 6, probably even younger than that, I think I was like 5. It was like 4 or 5. Played an NES for the. I think I played an NES for the first time, and then, I played a PlayStation 1. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, no. The Switch is convenient. The Switch is the most convenient console there is. It's what the PS Vita tried to be. My nearby GameStop, people are now buying Vitas and modding them so they can play what they want on them because they want something mobile. They can't and uh, yeah, the Switch is a really good console. Anyway, I fell off track there, but I'm hoping that Xbox does as well as PlayStation did when it comes to games. If there aren't at least like 10 exclusives coming out for the Xbox One, I mean, the only people that are going to be the only people that are going to buy are going to be what's a good name to call those people? The frame chasers, the graphics, the pixel boys. And I got nothing against good graphics in the game, but I don't care how realistic a game looks. I care about it if it plays well. Is it compelling? Is it a style that I can get behind? Like people complained about how there's some people that don't like Breath of the Wild because it doesn't look realistic enough. But that whole game looks like a beautiful watercolor painting. I played that game is beautiful in a way that you can't you can't easily imitate in real life. And that's what I like about it. The PSP was dope though. Vice City Stories was lit. A full-on GTA game in your pocket back in those days was like, wow. Yes, Vice City Story, uh, Liberty City Stories, and those games were great. And Chinatown Wars was like a callback to the original GTA 1 and 2. Man. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream now. Besides the people sitting here talking about stuff, it's just a bit of a distraction because it's just gonna be them gabbing on while I gab on. And oh, look at the little kitty in the background. I just noticed the cat in that guy's background. Want to pet his tummy. Look at that little kitty cat. Anyway, Half-Life 2 came out in 2004. It's like, what, 5 years old? Blown away, remember thinking those graphics were basically real life. Headcrab zombies gave me nightmares because they were real. Oh yeah, one of the what was a game that had graphics that really blew me away when I was a little itty bitty boy? I think what I thought was one of the best looking games I had seen in my childhood was like, what was it? What was a game that I thought was really good and realistic? I really like 007 GoldenEye. Because I was like, wow, their faces look so real and their bodies are all block textures, and those were simpler times. I can't help but think about it now. But anyway, I guess I'm used to the more stylized games besides the graphically impressive ones. And I owned most consoles up until the current generation, up until the current generation. When people didn't bitch about games, yeah, people didn't complain about games, but at the same time, games were a bit of it was a whole different animal back then. Like nowadays, games just came back then games just came out. They were just like, hey, here's the game, find everything you can. And now it's like, here's the game, here's a little bonus thing you got for getting the game early. And but there'll be more added to the game later if you could, if people are interested enough to keep playing. And I don't mind DLC. That's a thing that's existed a surprisingly long time. Like back in the I can't remember. I think it was like back in almost in the NES era, maybe Super Nintendo era DLC. Completely different worlds, yeah. Arcade machines, which is like gaming has always been to get more money out of the players by any means possible. Back then we had arcades and stuff, and the games were just stupid hard to do that. And they still do that with mobile games and gacha games and stuff. The business practice that hasn't really changed, but evolved. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits on this stream now. I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna do some other things, and I might stream a little bit later tonight, maybe the next couple of hours. I'm trying to decide on whether or not I might actually stream. I might stream God Eater. Might do some Minecraft. Yeah, arcades were great. Hey, Haley, ooh. Now who might? Well, hello, welcome to the stream. I was you missed me a bit back there. Yeah, I already reacted to everything. All right, Dave. Thanks for dropping by and sitting down in the stream with me. I very much appreciate it. Hello, Haley. Ooh. If I remember you, I see you posting a lot of purple. I may remember you. I always draw a blank when it comes to names. I would have to see something about you that would remind me of you. Do I have you added on Facebook? I know a lot of buns. That little vampire one, little vampire bun.
I hope he's not a cop. 100%. Because Spider-Man 2018, was low key cop.
Hello. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Where you been? Well, I'm bad at. Well, it's more or less my fault. I'm terrible at keeping up with people because, I'm used to. I have a hard time staying in contact with people. Everything's fine. I'm doing fine. I just finished watching this whole PlayStation thing, and I wasn't overly I wasn't super hyped for everything going on. Besides the Spider-Man one, I really like that one, but I am interested in seeing what else might come out because it's going to be more. But I have at least 3 games that I would consider I would buy if I got a PS5. Now I'm starting to wonder whether or not Xbox is going to step up their game after seeing this, because these game trailers were really good. Resident Evil 8, The Village, can't wait. No, they haven't released it yet. This is all talking about it. This is all going to come out in the holiday season. So at the end of the year, probably around December, Thanksgiving. That's when the PlayStation 5 and a handful of games are coming out. And it said the Spider-Man Miles Morales is going to be coming out on that, and that's going to be cool.
Your dad said that. He was right. Now it's your turn.
So I'm wondering.
Be a hero, Miles.
So I'm wondering what this Spider-Man game is going to be about. I mean, it's going to be about Miles. So I'm wondering what happens in this game, because, like, of course, you're playing as Miles, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start you out as Peter and then they switch you to Miles. But I'm very glad you dropped by. I'm probably gonna try to do another stream like this a little bit later tonight. Cause I don't know if it's gonna be Minecraft or God Eater or something else. But I'm gonna try to find myself something. But I'm gonna try to find myself something good to play. I also need to find a good position for my camera. By the way, thanks for dropping by. Gonna go ahead and call it quits on this stream. Till next time, keep it chill.